Now we're going to see the
Sir,
rules
can you
of.
record
Yes, I'm.
this?
Yeah, I forgot. I just recording now. Now let's see how we are going to use the rule of displacement. Remember, in this case, the variable we use will be t. We're going to use. Sorry, we are going to use just three simple formula. What is the function and what is the ddt of that function? If it is a constant, then the derivative will be nothing. That's going to be 0. If it is constant times the t being the variable, so the derivative with respect to t is the constant without the variable. If it has any variable, k, t to the power of n, except when n equals 1. Okay. Now, the derivative will be k times n, so let's multiply this, times t to the power of n less 1. Okay, that's it. That's only 3 items. Okay, let's see now about the application, yeah. Now let's say here you have a formula for displacement being 7x cubed plus 5, it has to be, sorry, 7t cubed plus 5t minus 2, for example. Now we're going to differentiate this term by term. 7t cubed goes to the third formula. 7 times t power 3. So the derivative is 7 times 3. We multiply 7 times 3. So that's 21. Multiply this. And t, the power is 1 less than 3. If this is power 3, this becomes power 2. Okay. Now, for the first part here, that's 5t. It goes in the second formula. In the second formula here, we have just 5. What about the minus 2? Minus 2 is a constant. When we derive them, we don't have anything. Nothing. Now this is S and this is the V there. What about the A? The acceleration now? Acceleration we are going to derive from V. 21t squared, that is this part. 21 times t power 2. The derivative is 21 times 2. That's going to be 42. And then the t is going to be t power 1. We don't usually write power 1, just t. We don't usually write t power 1. So that is about 21t squared. What about plus 5? Well, plus 5 is a constant. So when we differentiate it, they become nothing. Done? Okay, up until this, any question?
No, but can we do some more exercises so we can understand?
Of course. Please. Okay. Now, I hope both of you, okay, all of you already memorize this, yeah? Okay. Memorize the 3 rules of differentiation. Okay. Let me take the textbook. Na, 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 na. The mechanics. This is the 11th chapter. Can you imagine that?
Sir, by the way, for the
Yes.
mechanics semester assessment,
Yes.
what chapters are we going to do for the test?
For the test, we are going to do chapters here. That's going to be chapter 1, 11, okay, and that will be the 4.2. Okay. And then for the 4.3, we're going to have the Newton's laws. Okay, Newton's laws, you get them. I'm going to just show you. Okay. Mathematics, okay. That's going to be 1 and 11. Okay, that's going to be 4.2. And we have 2, 5, 7 for 4.4. For the one of them, for the momentum, there will not be any chapter in this book here because that material is new for this academic year. But we are going to discuss that. It's very simple.
So it's
We,
1, 11,
one,
2, 5, 7.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
1 and 11 is in your syllabus, that is 4.2. As 4.3 is a new one that's not into there, and then 4.4 is 257. So we're going in chapter 11 now. Okay, let's start with something here. Oh, for the expression for distance, sometimes we are using x instead of s here. Doesn't really matter. You can change any value x, t, p. What is important is we understand the function. Let's see question number 1. We are given equation for x that is going to be t cubed, okay, plus 4t plus 6. They're asking the expressions for v, which is the formula for v in terms of t. Okay, let's find this then. Okay, what is the differentiation for t cubed? Let's start from Brandon. What is for t cubed?
3t square.
3t square, very good. Okay, and then what about 4t? Okay. Caroline, what is the differentiation of 4t?
4.
4, very good. And what about plus 6? What is, Fiona, the differentiation of 4 plus 6 here? Hello? Fiona, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. What is the differentiation of plus 6? Okay. 6 here is a constant. It doesn't have any t. So that is a constant k. When there is a constant here, we're going to differentiate it as 0. So there is nothing here. When we differentiate it, plus 6 is going to vanish. Nothing. Just there. Okay. Next. Find expression for v and a. So next we're going to find expression for a. Okay, Jane, what is the differentiation of 3t squared? Are you there, Jane?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
6.
6.
T.
Okay.
6.
6t. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the plus 4?
Gone.
Gone. Okay, very good. That's it. So we have now the formula, or they call them expressions for v and t in terms of t. I think you can go to page 171 if you have your own textbook, guys. So this is how we find the expression. The next question is, find the displacement, velocity, and acceleration when t equals 2. Okay. So when t equals 2, what we do is we substitute t for all of this. We're going to write this as x when t equals 2, put them here. 2 cubed plus 4 times 2 plus 6. For v when t equals 2 is 3 times 2 square plus 4. For a when t equals 2 is 6 times 2. For each case, we will need to use your calculator just to find the result. Okay, up until this, is it clear enough? Okay. Jenna, any question up this here? Up until this? No?
No.
No? Okay, good. I'm going to erase, yeah. Now let's do to question number 2. Is my whiteboard bright enough, guys? Not too dim.
Yes, clear.
Clear.
Your
Okay.
whiteboard is clear. Just make sure don't write really at the top. Okay, don't
Okay.
really write like at the edge. Right, like
Okay. Roger. So I'm going to write the question at the end here. Okay. When we have here the f and f dash. Is it to the top? If it's k, that is 0. If it is kt, it's just k. It's kt power n, it's k times n, t n minus 1. This is going to be our formula. Okay. Now let's see question number 2. Another thing that we need to know is how to change from the word into the equations. Oh, by the way, guys, just tell me if you already had this, and we can go to other topic. Okay. Let's go to question number 2, yeah. Given that x is 3 plus, I'm going to write this. X is 3 plus 20t minus t power 4. They're asking find expression for v and a. It's the same here. What is v and what is a in terms of t? Okay, now let's do directly instead of term by term. I want you to do everything one line here. Let's say Jenna, can you please find the formula for the v? What is the differentiation of 3 plus 20t minus t power 4 directly?
Negative 4.
Negative 4, and then? Hello, Jenna? Oh, Jenna was disconnected. Okay, I think because he's been connected, let's go to Kezia then. Kezia, okay, while waiting for Jenna, let's try to differentiate this. Oh, there's Jenna. Wait. Jenna's back. Hi there, Jenna.
Plus 20.
Okay. Minus t power 3 plus 20. Very good. Okay. This is negative 1 times 4 minus 4. The power from 4 becomes 3. The 20 comes from 20t, and the 3 doesn't have anything. Doesn't really matter the order of writing them. You can write 20 first and minus 40 cubed later, or vice versa. It's addition. So in addition, a plus b plus c, we can change the order. C plus b plus a, for example. It's okay. Okay, that's for the Jenna. Now let's go to Kezia. Find me the value of a now, the expression for a.
3.
3. Hello? 3 and
Oh. Wait.
Okay. Now, let's see minus 40.
Oh. Negative 12t.
Negative 12. Okay. Right. So minus 4 and 3 is k and n. That's going to be minus 4 times 3. It's going to be minus 12. Now, what will be the power of t now?
2.
Power 2. Very good. Okay. Now, what about the plus 20?
Don't have.
Don't have anything. Let's stop. Okay. That is the question about the expression in terms of t. Now, they're asking, find the displacement, velocity, and accelerations when t equals 1. Okay. When t equals 1 and when t equals 2. Oh, sorry, when t equals 3. So, they're asking what is x, v, and a, what is displacement, velocity, and acceleration when t equals 1 and when t equals 3. Well, what we do is we are going to substitute any t here with the number 1. So x here when t equals 1 is, that is 3 plus 20 times 1 minus 1 power 4. While t when t is 3, the x when t equals 3 is 3 plus 20 times 3 minus 3 power 4. Okay, up until this, any question? No? Okay, yeah? For the other V and A, the concept is the same. What we do is, whenever we have t, we're going to replace with the number asked here. So, when t equals 1, V is minus 4 times 1 cube plus 20. And A, when t equals 1, is negative 12 times 1 squared. Okay? Now, please careful when calculating things like this in your calculator. Remember, power has higher priority than multiplication. Now, make sure that you put them correctly in your calculator. That is different between 12t squared and negative 12t being squared. That is different. Just be careful, okay, about how we put them into calculator. Okay, up until this, any questions?
Sir, last time I had struggles in question 17, the last activity that you gave.
Question 17. Okay. I'm going to erase this, yeah?
Yeah. And also question 14, I believe.
Okay, 17. Let's go there. Okay. Question 17. A car is accelerating from rest. Okay. At time t seconds after starting, the velocity where v, okay, 60 minus half t squared. Okay. Find the velocity of the car 6 seconds after starting. So, a car is accelerating from rest means v when t equals 0 is 0. Actually, we don't need to have this because the velocity is already given. Okay. They say that v, formula for v is 6t minus half t squared. Of course, when t equals 0, when you put them, that becomes 0. Okay. It's just some extra information, additional information, not exactly important. Okay. Now, this formula is valid for value of t between 0 and 6. The question, find the velocity of the car 6 seconds after starting. So basically they're asking, what if when t equals 6? 6 seconds after starting. So we're going to put in here, v when t equals 6 is 6 times 6 times t minus half times 6 squared. We're going to change t here with 6. So 6t becomes 6 times 6, half t squared become half times 6 squared. Okay. Now this is easy, right? That's going to be 18. The second part, okay, find the acceleration when the velocity is 10 meter per second, when v is 10. Now, we need to do the formula for acceleration first. If this is our velocity, what is the formula for acceleration? We are going to differentiate this. So A is going to be 60, is going to be, okay, let's have Patricia. What is the differentiation of 60? Hello? Can you hear me? Guys, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Patricia, what is the differentiation of 60? We're going to use here, we're going to use the second formula. It's 6 times t. So the differentiation is just 6. Okay. And then what about negative half t squared? Now we're going to have the third rule. K is negative half and n is 2. If you have negative half t squared, this is the k and this is the n. Differentiation become kn, so minus half times 2. And that's t to the power of 1. N minus 1 become 1. Negative half times 2 is minus 1. Okay. And t squared here just become t. Okay. Up until this, any question? Patricia, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, in this case, we need to find the t, right? How are we find the t? Now, finding the t here, the information is given implicitly. They're saying that v equals 10. But the v has this formula, right? So let's substitute this. When v equals 10, change this with 10. So 10 equals 60 minus half t squared. We are going to solve this, find the value of t. Then the value of t we are going to use for the formula. Now, how to find the value for t here? First, we need to have an equation with one side something equals 0. That is how we have the quadratics. I'm going to move negative half t squared to the left-hand side. That's going to be half t squared. The 60, I moving to the left-hand side, become negative 60. Well, the 10 on the left-hand side still 10. Now, the right-hand side becomes 0 because everything already moves to the other side. This and this go to the other side. Okay. Up until this, any question? No? Patricia, can you solve this equation? How to find t?
Yes, by factorization.
Yes, you can do factorization, or you can use your calculator, okay? Or you can use quadratics. There are many ways you can do it. The choice is yours.
Okay. So like you need to divide between the two brackets. Yeah, which one bracket is 1/2 t minus 5, I think.
Mhm.
This is
Okay.
t minus 2.
Okay. Well, in this case here, we don't usually want to deal with fractions, right? So
Yeah.
let's multiply everything by 2. Because this is 1 over 2, multiply everything by 2. Multiply everything by the denominator. If this is 1 over 5, for example, multiply by 5. Because it's 1 over 2, multiply by 2. And we get what is half t squared times 2?
Sorry?
What is half t squared if we multiply everything by 2?
T only.
That's going to be t squared. Okay. The half t squared times 2 become t squared. Okay. Now, what is minus 60 times 2? Patricia? Minus 60?
12t.
Minus 12t. Yes, don't forget 12. And 10 times 2 will be simply be 20, right? It's going to be 0.
And then the result will be like t
Sorry?
minus 2. And then the result will be like
Yes.
t minus 2 and then times by t minus 10.
Yes, very good. So the answer will be either t equals 2, okay, or t equals 10. Which one to use? Okay, well, they say that this t here, this equation, valid only between 0 and 6. So we will not use t equals 10. We are going to use t equals 2 because the problem says that t we are talking here, we're going to talk only t between 0 and 6. Now, when t equals 2, this is what we are going to use to find the acceleration. So acceleration when t equals 2 becomes 6 minus 2. That's going to be simply 4. Okay. Okay. Up until this, any question? Okay. I'm going to erase this and start all over, yeah. Okay. I'm going to start this question again, and we're going to start all over. Okay. Now, what is the question again? Okay. The question in number 17, a car is accelerating from rest. So initial velocity is 0. The velocity when t equals 0 is 0. Rest. Rest means not moving. Means velocity is 0. Sorry. Okay. Next, we are given the formula. Okay. The velocity is 6t minus half t squared. But this happens for t between 0 and 6. Now, this is our information. The question here, first, find the velocity 6 seconds after starting. When t equals 6, what is the v? Okay. Now, this is very simple. This is a substitution, yeah? We're going to use v when t equals 6 is 6 times 6 minus half times 6 squared. When time is 6 seconds within this formula, yeah, we can use this formula. Then we simply change any t with 6. That's going to be 18. That's the first question. Now have the second question. Find the acceleration when its velocity is 10 meters per second. When velocity is 10, what is the acceleration? Okay, now, if we have the formula for v, we can formula acceleration. How? We are going to differentiate. Differentiation of 60, that is the second rule. K is 6 in this case, so the result is just 6. Negative half t squared, when we are going to differentiate them, that's going to be negative half times t power 2. This is value of k, this is value of n. We are going to use the third formula. So the differential become half minus half times 2. Minus half times 2, okay, t to the power of 1. Why 1? Because 2 minus 1. Negative half times 2 is minus 1. So that's going to be minus 1 times t power 1. Okay. That's going to be negative 1 times t power 1. That's going to be minus t. We don't usually write minus 1 times t, minus 1t. Just minus t. Okay, but we need to find t here. How will you find value of t? Now to do that, we are going to use here. V is 10. But V has some formula in t. So we can change the V here, change this. Now I'm going to write here, V is 60 minus half t squared. So 10 is 60 minus half t squared. We are going to solve this equation. To solve this, we need to make one side become 0. Let's say if I decide I'm going to make right hand side become 0. So anything here, I move to the left. Minus half, I move to the left, become half t squared. 60, when I move to the left, become negative 60. The 10 is already on the left, so just put them there. The 10 stays, this goes to the left, this goes to the left. There's nothing more here, so the left hand side becomes 0. To solve this, there are many ways. Okay? I have shown you how to do that using the factorization. Okay. It is also possible if you want to use the calculator. Okay. In the calculator here, we need to use the mode that tell us the. Okay, I think it is rather. Wait, yeah. Sorry. I'm using the table lamp here, but I think it might be a little bit too. I need that so you can see my calculator here. Can you see my calculator now?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm using mode here. Use mode number 5 for equation. There. And there are several possible equations here. For quadratics, use number 3. ax squared plus bx plus c. So put 3 there. In this case, you need to put the value of a and b and c. A is the number in front of t squared, so that's going to be half. B is the number in front of t, that's negative 6. And c is the number without t, that's 10. So we're going to input the number here, put half or 0.5, okay, put equals. B, put negative 6. Okay, and then we have C, that's going to be 10. Okay. After this, okay, then we can 10x again and they get them the first answer. The first answer is 10. Put the game equals one more time here, okay, and the result is 2. So we have two answers, either 2 or 10. So t equals 10 or t equals 2. Okay. This is how we're going to use the calculator. You can use the calculator by saying it. Use calculator, okay, with a equals half, b equals minus 6, and t equals 10. And that's the result. Okay. I think, is it better for you guys?
Yes.
Or the one with table M? I think this one's better, yeah? Okay.
This one's better.
This one's better, yeah? They are more even. Okay. Now we have to answer here. Which one are we going to use? The question says that the